Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Hikmah Path. Let me ask you something that might hit deeper than you expect. What if the delay you've been crying about is actually Allah protecting you from a love that would have cost you your peace and your deen? If you've ever wondered, am I too late? If you've ever felt the weight of time and thought, maybe my chance has passed, then stay with me, because today, by Allah's permission, you're going to learn something that can completely change how you see your life, your waiting, and your future. In this video, we're going to talk about how Allah's qadr never misses, how risk can arrive in ways you never expected, and why age is not a barrier when Allah has written something for you. We'll also discuss how to recognize what is halal, honored, and blessed, and how to protect your heart while still keeping hope alive. So take a deep breath, quiet your thoughts, and open your heart. Because this message is not here to entertain you, it's here to awaken you. Sometimes being chosen has nothing to do with being flawless and everything to do with being protected. You may look back and remember doors that closed, conversations that ended, and plans that fell apart, yet you're still standing with your iman intact. That is not random. Allah, in His mercy, often removes what our hearts cling to when it would have harmed our soul. What you thought was loss may have been rescue. There are moments when you feel overlooked, like others are moving forward while you're stuck in place. But Allah does not measure you by people's timelines. He sees your patience, your quiet struggles, your nights where you kept going even when your heart was tired. If Allah preserved your dignity and kept you away from what would have shattered you, that itself is a sign of care. Protection is a form of love from Ar-Rahman. Many people chase attention, but not everyone is saved from the wrong attachment. Some are tested by what they get, not by what they lose. If Allah kept you from a relationship that would pull you into sin, confusion, or emotional slavery, then He honored you. You were spared a storm you couldn't see coming. And that kind of protection is a gift you will only fully understand later. Being chosen can also mean Allah is shaping your character through waiting. In the silence, you learn to rely on Him, to purify your intentions, and to strengthen your tawakkul. You learn that your worth is not proven by who holds your hand, but by how firmly you hold on to your prayers, your boundaries, and your respect for yourself. This is how Allah raises a servant, quietly, deeply, and with wisdom. So don't insult your journey by calling it delay, as if Allah forgot you. He never forgets. If something was taken away, it was taken with knowledge you do not have. And if something is kept for you, it is kept with a mercy you cannot yet imagine. Keep your heart clean, keep your steps halal, and trust that Allah's protection is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your elevation. Love, marriage, and companionship can be risk, just like sustenance and health. And risk is not something you can force through anxiety, nor can Abe Shil's opinions speed it up or slow it down. What Allah has written for you will reach you in the time He decreed, not the time society demands. Your provision does not get missed because of age. It arrives in permissions of Al-Razak. Sometimes Allah delays a blessing because you are still becoming the person who can carry it with gratitude and responsibility. If the right spouse arrived before your healing, you might sabotage it with fear. If it arrived before your maturity, you might mishandle it with ego. Allah's timing is not punishment, it is preparation. He gives when the gift will become barakah, not fitna. People may talk as if your life is a race, but in reality, your story is written by the one who knows what you need. You might see others marry early and struggle in silence, while you are being guarded from what would have drained your faith. The unseen protection in your delay can be greater than the visible celebration in someone else's on-time moment. Allah's wisdom is deeper than the surface of events. When your risk comes, it will not need chaos to enter your life. What is meant for you will arrive through doors that honor you, not through paths that compromise you. The one who is truly for you will respect what Allah made sacred, and they will want you in a way that keeps you close to your deen. Risk that carries barakah does not drag you into secrecy, confusion, or haram attachments. So, keep asking Allah with sincerity and keep moving with dignity. Make dua like a believer who trusts his Lord and take steps like someone who expects goodness from him. Do not shrink your hope because of numbers on a calendar. Your risk is with Allah, and what is with Allah is never out of reach, only perfectly timed. People speak as if there is an expiration date on hope, but hope in Allah is not a childish dream. It is an act of worship. The moment you lift your hands and call upon your Lord, you are doing something beloved to Him. Time does not weaken dua, and age does not silence a sincere heart. If you can still say, Ya Allah, then your door is still open. Shaitan loves to whisper, it's too late, because hopelessness makes people fall into desperation. But a believer does not measure possibilities by what they can see. We measure by what Allah can do, and Allah is Al-Qadir, capable of every outcome. Even if the world tells you to give up, your Lord tells you to return to Him again and again. Dua is not only a request, it is a conversation that polishes the heart. Sometimes Allah answers by granting what you asked for, and sometimes He answers by changing you into someone stronger, calmer, and more guided. Either way, you are not wasting your words. Every sincere dua is recorded, and nothing spoken to Allah is ever ignored. When you feel embarrassed to still be asking, remember that Allah loves persistence. Your Lord is not tired of hearing you. People get tired, but Allah does not. Keep your tongue gentle with dhikr. Keep your heart steady with salah, and keep your hands raised with sincerity. The one who provided you until today will not abandon your future. So, do not let the calendar make you doubt the creator of time. Your story is not finished because the years moved forward. Allah can open a door in a moment that you thought would never open in a lifetime. If you keep your trust, your dua will remain alive. And what Allah has written will arrive in the most beautiful way. Waiting for halal can feel heavy, especially when you see others take shortcuts and still appear happy. But the believer understands that not every smile is peace, and not every relationship is barakah. When you choose to protect your heart and your body from haram, you are not losing. You are honoring what Allah made sacred. That choice is noble in the sight of your Lord, even if it feels lonely in the sight of people. There is a special dignity in someone who refuses to be loved in a way that displeases Allah. It is easy to accept attention, but it is harder to demand respect. If you walked away from what was not right, you did not miss out. You guarded your iman, and that is worth more than any temporary comfort. Allah sees the moments you said no, even when your heart wanted to say yes. Patience is not passive, it is strength under control. It means you don't let desire drive you into regret. It means you don't trade your akhirah for a moment of dunya. And when you carry your loneliness with sabr, Allah replaces it with something deeper. Self-respect, clarity, and a heart that is not easily owned by anyone except Him. The halal path may be slower, but it is brighter. What is built on purity carries protection inside it. The love that begins with Allah's pleasure is more likely to survive the trials because it has a foundation beyond emotion. If you are waiting the right way, you are already planting the seeds of a marriage that can carry mercy and tranquility. So, do not think your restraint is invisible. Every time you lower your gaze, set a boundary, or choose modesty, you are building a shield around your future. Allah does not waste the patience of the sincere. And when the right person arrives, you will not feel ashamed of how you waited. You will feel grateful that you waited for what is honorable, blessed, and halal. It's possible that someone admires you quietly, noticing your character, your modesty, your patience, and the way you carry yourself with dignity. But in Islam, admiration is not proven by whispers, late-night messages, or secret attachment. If feelings are real, they should move toward what Allah has made halal. A heart that truly values you will not invite you into sin to prove love. The difference between desire and sincere intention is respect. Desire wants access, attention, and closeness without responsibility. Sincere intention wants honor, clarity, and a path that is pleasing to Allah. If someone says they care for you, watch whether they protect your heart or test it. The person meant for you will not make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. They will admire you more for them. Many people confuse emotional intensity with love, but intensity without halal structure often turns into heartbreak. In the Islamic way, love is not rushed, it is guided. It grows with principles, with family involvement where appropriate, and with transparency. If the connection is blessed, it will not need darkness to survive. It will be strong enough to stand in the light. If someone truly wants you, they will approach you with seriousness and adab. They will speak with respect, avoid playing games, and choose the correct steps rather than keeping you in uncertainty. They will not see you as an option while exploring others. A believer who fears Allah does not toy with someone's emotions because they know hearts are amana, trusts given by Allah. So, protect your heart, but don't bury your hope. You can remain pure without becoming cold. Ask Allah to guide whoever has feelings for you and to remove whoever is not good for you. And if it's written, it will arrive in a way that strengthens your deen, not weakens it. Because what Allah blesses does not come with shame. Sometimes you look at your life and think nothing is changing, but you forget how quickly Allah can turn the page. Hearts are not in the hands of people, they are in the control of Allah. A person can be inattentive one day, then sincerely ready the next, because Allah can guide them, soften them, and awaken them in a moment. Never underestimate what one night of sincere dua can bring. Allah can place you in someone's heart in a way that is pure and dignified, not because you chased them, not because you begged for attention, but because Allah decreed it. When something is written, it flows toward you with a kind of ease that cannot be forced by effort alone. And when Allah opens a door, no one can close it. Guidance is one of the greatest gifts, and sometimes Allah guides people toward what truly matters: deen, character, loyalty, and peace. Many hearts grow tired of empty attraction and begin to seek something deeper. They start craving a spouse who helps them pray, who brings tranquility, who fears Allah in private and public. When Allah plants that desire in someone, it can transform their whole direction. If Allah is preparing someone for you, He may be refining them right now, teaching them responsibility, healing their wounds, correcting their intentions, and He may be refining you too, so that when you meet, it is not chaos colliding with chaos. It is maturity meeting maturity, mercy meeting mercy. Allah's delays are often divine preparation on both sides. So, stay hopeful without becoming obsessed. Keep your trust anchored in Allah, not in a person. If Allah wants it, it will come without humiliating you, without breaking your boundaries, without pulling you away from your salah. And when it arrives, you will recognize it, not because it is perfect, but because it carries a calm reassurance that says, this is from Allah and it is safe. People's timelines can feel like chains around your chest. You hear questions, comments, comparisons, sometimes said carelessly, sometimes said with judgment, and it makes you wonder if you're falling behind. But your life is not a competition, and your worth is not measured by milestones. Allah did not create you to perform for society. He created you to worship Him and walk your path with sincerity. It's easy to smile in public and break in private when you let people's expectations lead you. Some marry early and struggle, some marry later and thrive, and some are tested in ways no one sees. What looks on time to the world can be wrong time for the soul. That's why a believer learns to respect qadr, because qadr is never careless. It is perfectly measured by the one who knows you completely. When the whispers get loud, return to what is certain. Allah knows what is best for you. If something has been delayed, it isn't because Allah forgot you. It may be because He is saving you from a choice you would later regret. Sometimes the mercy is hidden inside the not yet, and the believer learns to find peace in that, even when the heart feels tired. You don't need to explain your timing to people who don't carry your burdens. Your Lord sees your nights, your silent prayers, your patience, your effort to remain halal, and your refusal to settle for what harms your deen. That is honor, and the more you detach from people's applause, the more you become free, because your validation comes from Allah, not from strangers' opinions. So protect your joy. Don't let someone else's chapter make you hate your own. Ask Allah for what is good, and ask Him to make you content until it arrives. What is meant for you will not pass you by, and what passes you by was never yours. Your timeline is not late, it is guided. A relationship that is written for you by Allah will not constantly drain your spirit with confusion. It will not keep you in fear, always guessing, always trying to earn basic respect. Love that carries barakah may still have tests, but it will not destroy your sense of dignity. It will bring a steady calm, like a gentle reassurance in the heart that says, this is safe, this is honorable, this is not against Allah. Confusion is often a sign that something is not settled, not sincere, or not clean. If you are always anxious, always overthinking, always waiting for the next message to feel okay, that is not tranquility. Islam teaches that a spouse is meant to be a source of sakinah, peace, and not a source of constant emotional hunger. Your heart is not meant to live in suspense. The person meant for you will not enjoy seeing you uncertain. They will be clear in intention and respectful in approach. They won't flirt with your boundaries or treat your modesty like something to negotiate. They will value you enough to come through the proper door with seriousness, prayer, and the willingness to be accountable. That is how honor looks in the halal path. Also, pay attention to how your deen feels around them. Do you feel closer to Allah or pulled away? Do you feel motivated to be better or tempted to compromise? The right connection will not make sin feel normal. It will make obedience feel easier because it is rooted in the fear of Allah and the desire for His pleasure. So don't romanticize struggle. Don't confuse intensity with destiny. Ask Allah for a love that is clean, respectful, and guided, one that brings peace to your heart and protects your akhirah. What is truly from Allah will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. It will add to you, not erase you. Before you go, take a quiet moment and reflect. What you're waiting for is not late if Allah has written it. What is meant for you will arrive with dignity, through halal and with barakah. So keep your heart clean, your standards faithful, and your trust firm in the one who never forgets His servants. Now, I want you to participate. Choose one word that captures what you're taking from this message. Something like tawakkul, sabr, qadr, sakina, or barakah, and write that single word in the comments. And if this video helped you, please support it so it can reach more hearts. Click YouTube's new hype feature and hype this video. May Allah reward you for spreading reminders that bring people back to Him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.